so they're gonna let me make my own units. I don't see what could possibly go wrong with this. The default unit is a human hot dog hybrid. We can choose our base. We can either have a stiffy or a child. Also, don't ever combine those words in the same sentence. Well, to start, it's gonna be a melee unit. You can make them target their closest friend or their most expensive friend. Who designed this? Me? We're gonna have him attack the enemies like a normal unit, at least for now. Time to pick out some weapons for this moron to wield. Is it possible to give him a bow and arrow in each hand? We're gonna dual wield bows and arrows. I don't think clothes are necessary. If you can have a bow and arrow in either hand, clothes are simply not required anymore. Unit description. Our skin suit wearing man comes with double the penetration. Test unit. Nothing happened, nothing went wrong. We're right back to where we started. So once again, let's see how it performs. Ready and go. I just realized, I think I made him a melee unit, didn't I? He's a melee unit with 2 bows and arrows. But he's actually winning the fight. While he may not be that agile, he makes up for it in penetration. This time I'm going to make him properly a ranged unit, then I'm going to give him a snake bow in one hand and a regular bow in the other. But to make sure he's adequately prepared, I think it's time we start changing some of these things, like maybe his attack speed. Maybe a 5 times attack speed multiplier isn't too much to break anything yet. Didn't expect that to happen. He's still able to work his bow and arrow though. This is at 5 times attack speed. Imagine how bad it would be without that. Yeah, get him snakes, do all the work. Face of incredible power. Okay, this time we're going with a skeleton, who's gonna have a big ass shield to protect him. This wise bone man is also gonna have a mammoth charge, because I think that would be a lot of fun. Then to show how big of a skeleton he is, he's gonna get a massive skull helmet on top of that. That looks pretty reasonable to me. So let's make him 1.5 times the size, 10 times as heavy, and 2 times as fast. Also more hit points. We don't want to be embarrassed when he dies. Gotta get it all in the picture. That should be confusing enough for anyone gazing upon it. Still not sure how or even if I can save at this point. But that's okay. I'd rather not keep this thing any longer than I have to. But let's... What is happening? I like him. He's very chaotic, but... I don't even know what's happening right now. Okay, let's stand back and take a look. Who has the flamethrower? Is he too heavy? Is that the problem? No, he's getting the hang of it. He was just very surrounded by units for a minute. He's doing all right. I'm also kind of annoyed I don't have my regular controls like slow motion or anything. Can you stop walking on him? Okay, he's making a comeback. If anything, he is resilient. Just you wait though. There's his mammoth charge. He waited this entire time to use his ultimate move. He missed entirely, but it looked pretty good. 10,000 hit points is a lot. I'm kind of assuming it is because he's mostly been standing there being shot for the past 10 minutes. Only one more unit to go. That one was artificially propped up before I batted him back to the earth. There we go. Have a shield. Victory. Oh, there's his mammoth charge. Celebratory dive into the pile of men. As fun as this is, we're moving on. And no, I'm not going to keep you. I have enough useless garbage floating around my house. Next up, we're going back to our skin suit because that just looks too good to say no to. But let's give him some kind of two-handed weapon this time. As in dynamite. A guy that throws only dynamite. A guy that throws dynamite is going to need 10,000 hit points because he's going to throw dynamite at 50 times speed. Can't imagine this going poorly. Guys, I wouldn't go near him. He's very explosive. I got one dynamite on the ground. I don't know if he can throw them if he's being attacked. He'll get the hang of it eventually, don't worry. Oh, now you guys have done it. If you can throw dynamite from up there, you're boned. Oh, coming back down. You know, dynamite throwers are pretty much ineffective if they're being tangled up by anyone. Stop holding his arms. He needs those to kill you. What are those guys fighting? My bomb thrower is interesting enough, but what is this? I don't know what's happening, but I'm gonna move away from it. I'm about prepared to say my dynamite thrower isn't working, because I think so far he's thrown one piece of dynamite. This guy's just built to suffer at this point. He's got 10,000 hit points, and he's just gonna get halberded again and again and again. And I'm okay with this. They killed him. Wow. Well, that was the worst unit I built yet. There is death events. Now we just need to find a useless weapon for him to wield. How about a rock? You can have a rock to throw at people. And I don't actually know what I just clicked on, but that actually suits the look of a man throwing rocks at people. And I lost it somewhere. So you can just have a mustache for now and enjoy that. Now we're going to make him 5 times as big to make him easy to hit. Then he gets a modest 1,000 health. But he's also going to be half as quick as normal. Just to, you know, make it fair. It always starts the fight. Oh, never mind. I was looking up. I knew that. Yeah, it looks like it's going well for him. Any second now he's going to turn this around. Wait till he throws one rock at these guys. Well, that guy got ballooned, so that's kind of amusing. Maybe I should just have a rapid fire balloon thrower. Anyways, as soon as he dies, everyone else is going to die because he's got a death event, and look at the size of him. He is not enjoying this battle one little bit. It would help if you do something. anything at all. Just patiently waiting for him to die. I shouldn't have given him 1000 health. That was clearly too much. Because now I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. Oh, there he is. He died. Where's the death event? Was that the death event? He just died. Even when you die, you're useless. Has it been whining because I haven't given it a unit name this entire time? Okay, I'm gonna call this one Meat. Its weapon is gonna be not 1, but 2 sticks. But let's give him 100 times attack speed so we can have some deadly sticks. Damage is going to be normal because we want to keep it fair for now. Ladies, let it haunt your dream. Yep, so that was the only problem this entire time. I didn't have a name for it, so it wouldn't let me save it. Anyways, for now, let's give Meat a little test. As soon as he gets those sticks whirring, that thing's doomed. You can do it. That doesn't look like 100 times attack speed to me. Do we need to turn the numbers up more? Is that what the problem is? I bet the other things have some cool wings and stuff. My guy has no chance. Well, let's try little Meat here in a real battle. We're even going to give him a few friends. He can hardly even stand up straight. And I'm just going to put him up against some farmers because I don't really expect much from Meat. So far so good. It's going to be a very even battle. They do have like 50 times increased attack speed, but they don't seem to use it very much. You know, you can hit them back. You don't just have to get stabbed your entire life. Maybe sticks weren't the best choice of weapons. Whoa, he got him. Smacked him right on the booty. Down he goes. That's one attack at 50 times speed apparently, so it's not pretty, but it is functional. We can do better. We're gonna have this young man dual wielding big ass swords. Then I've also given him all sorts of abilities, some of which are defensive to help keep him alive. And then he gets pirate shoes, because why not? He's gonna be 1.5 times the regular size. He's gonna be 1.5 times the weight. He's gonna move twice as fast, attack 3 times as fast, and do double damage. And he has the look of unyielding confidence in his eyes. Unit name is Stabby. Save unit. Since I think Stabby is going to be pretty good, I'm going to put him singularly against a team of something else. Say 5 archers and 3 squires at least to start. Alright, they're already hit him with an arrow, so clearly his defense isn't good. Or maybe they didn't. Looks like something hit him. He's knocking down those guys with his sword because he can just kind of throw them at him. That guy just got ganked by that sword. So I'm liking this unit. He hardly even has to do anything so far. He just falls around the battlefield throwing swords at people. Got him with his sword. Okay, maybe these powers are a little bit more overpowered than I thought they would be because I don't think he's taken any damage at all so far. Unlike the other team. And that's probably bad news for you. So let's also add in 2 catapults and a king. That might help take him down because it's going to be a tough order for them. The catapults definitely hit him. But he made short order of those guys. He's just impaling the hell out of the king. I'm surprised that guy's still alive. Wow, he's like a pincushion. A royal pincushion. Welcome back. Oh, he's got like a cavalry charge. Okay, that thing's going down. We're gonna need a bigger armor to take this guy out. Catapult to the face. He eats it for breakfast. So let's add in 3 knights and a healer. Is that gonna be enough to take him out? What do bards do? Incoming catapult. He can't block those, can he? But they can miss. All right, back to regular speed for a second to see how he fares. Yeah, he really just mows down everything in his path. I honestly might have made him a little bit overpowered already, though the Pincushion King does have healing on his side this time. I don't think it's going to be enough to take on my glowing angel here, however. I know his lightning blocks projectiles, but I'm pretty sure his swords can also do that. There's his cavalry charge to get right up close to the enemies. Once he gets in close to the archers, they're all done for. They can't defend themselves. Yeah, that's just a massacre, because he can launch swords that quickly. And he jumps right over the king to get that guy for style points. King Pincushion is fading out pretty quickly. So can I add more Stabby to Stabby? Maybe I trade a few of these others in for power. Because I like the projectile block. That's all fun, but what if we have 3 more sword castings? Does that by chance give him more swords? Okay, we're going to take out 1 more of my block for more sword Stabby. There we go. He's pretty much made his swords. And since I suspect that he's a lot more powerful now than he was before, we're going to give him lots of enemies to fight. Hopefully it does give him all those extra swords. This time we're going to go with this many archers, that many knights, maybe a few squires for good measure, and then 1 king in the rear. Those swords are going bananas. As long as he keeps the swords going out, he'll be just fine though. Look at him go, hacking and slashing his way through everything. He's already taken out pretty much everything except the king. They got him. Best 2 out of 3 though. He definitely takes out most of everything. It's all the archers that get him. He can only stop so many arrows with his 1 power. Yeah, I might have to give him a little more deflection power. But aside from that, he's doing pretty good. Maybe he just needs to be bigger. Or he's smaller. I can make him so small nothing could hit him. He's doing better this time though because he's moving more. Never mind, the arrows get him. Okay, adjustment time. We're going to add another mass style projector block to him so he can stop those arrows. Attack speed is also going to be 5 now, so it's a little bit quicker for sure. So what did we do before? Like a swirl and a half of archers? Then, I don't know, 4 knights, a king in the rear, and a bard just for funsies. Wait, no, 2 kings is fine. The king's just there mostly for him to practice his aim. They just absorb swords like it's nobody's business. He's already taken down both kings and he's getting into the patch of archers now. It's just a matter of whether they can kill him before he kills them. And at this rate, it's looking good for me. Wow, he mows him down like he's cutting the grass. This is awesome. We'll slow motion the last few. All he does, go in, sword, 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 dead. This is fun. I'm gonna make him bigger now. Alright, say he was a cool 5 times the size with 5 times the weight. I know it doesn't really work like that. He should be heavier, but I don't care. If you wanted logic, you've come to the wrong place. Let's escalate. We're gonna go 10 times attack speed and 3 times the damage. He's gonna absolutely mow through everything. I feel like I should update his picture because he's bigger now. But that'll be a surprise for the enemies. Look how much bigger this square is now. He's so big. Alright, the archers should be able to hit him pretty easily now, so we'll give him lots. Then, I don't know, a row of knights and a king. The game is not loving this and neither is him. He's just falling backwards because he can't quite get his balance. But don't you guys worry. As soon as you get close to him, he's going to attack. That's a promise. Oh, what? They could fall up. Can I just be lazy and put him closer? Can you guys get to him before he falls off the edge this time, please? It gets more and more fun every time I need to add the units back. But I did make him considerably lighter. There we go. He can not really move, but, you know, I don't know if he can physically attack them anymore. He might be too big. I didn't know you could make things too big in a game like this. And again, he's just going to fall off the edge. Okay, here's what we're going to do now. As we've learned countless times before, if things aren't working the way you want them to, escalate. Will we be allowed to do a cool 50 times size? He disappeared, so I'm assuming that's a good thing. Maybe also a little increase in hit points, and I don't think I want him moving any faster because that seems to be causing him troubles. Damage can go up to 10 times just for funsies. So that's a big square. He's going to take up all of this space. That is unbelievable. Where did he go? Oh, don't tell me I lost him. Is he up here somewhere? Do I need 2 of them? I wonder what happens if I press play. Is it going to let me do this? Well, I'm just going to throw down a bunch of vampires for now because I'm not sure if this is going to work anyways. Go. I don't know where he went. Has anyone seen my giant? He's big and pink. I think I might need a bigger map because I can see him for a second, kind of like when we load, but then he disappears into the sky for some reason. Oh, wait, he came back. He's around. This level is a little bit bigger, but maybe still not big enough to accommodate Stabby. We put him here. He just bounces up into the sky every time. Let's see if we can make him come back. Though, didn't mean to have 2 of those. The mod is 25 times, he'll be fine. Hopefully, especially on a level this big. See, it's not nearly as big of a square, though he still goes into orbit every time I do anything. They don't seem to know where he is either. He's just kind of... Whoa, there he is! He's up in the sky. He's not really doing anything helpful, but it looks like he's having a good time. If you guys want, I could probably toss you up there. I don't really know how I'm going to get him down, though. Maybe he's too light. Maybe that's the answer. He's 25 times as big, so he needs to be at least 25 times as heavy. That's how physics works, right? If something's too big, it floats, because you got to make it extra heavy. But my theory seems wrong. I think as long as he's floating over here, he's going to be floating in-game. Though he's touching down a little bit more now. Wait. It's working. He's 10 times as big, but he's holding onto the ground. So before he floats away, let's add some kings and a whole bunch of archers. Not sure the game's gonna love this. He just falls down. He can still fight though. He doesn't need to be able to stand up. I might have forgot to make his weight back normal again, but I'm sure he can still throw swords and zap people. I've made the world's most useless giant. I'm not really sure what he's doing. He's floating in circles and hitting things with his limbs. Still not the worst thing I've ever created. At least he has something of a function, and he's very hard to kill, just based on his unpredictability. You know, he's kind of stuck against these things now. Nope, never mind. Oh, yeah, look at all the archers. Once he gets in there, he takes them all out at once. But then he flails back around uselessly. We could probably still get away with making him bigger, but I'm not sure how much the game is going to love that. Yep. That's it. Very useful. Lounging on the church like always. Okay, here's what we're going to do. He's going back to 1.5 times size, 1.5 times weight. But he's also going to do 100 times movement speed, 100 times attack speed, 100 times damage. We're going to give him something really big to fight. Stabby's going to go here, and just as a little show of strength, let's put him a few bards to fight real quick and see how quickly he does kill them. Ready, go. Oh, he flies now. I don't know if this is good or bad. I don't think the game loves anything I'm doing today. Yep, that way. But also that way. He just flies right past every time I need him to... Oh, he got one with the sword though. Okay, maybe this is a little bit too quick. He is still killing him though. He just doesn't touch the ground anymore. He just scoots on by and hits him with his sword at very high speeds. Well, that's a problem right there. He's made out of jello. We'll maybe give him simply 20 times movement speed. That should be a little more agreeable. He is still kind of floating, but that's fine. He can deal with some of my beloved cactuses for a minute. How does he deal with those? Still kind of flying. Not sure there's much we can do about it though. The cactuses probably don't realize this, but they probably don't want to be stuck to him, because he's kind of like a cactus in himself. And then what happens if we take away his sword casting abilities? Does he fight better that way? Because he really should be strong enough to take out pretty much everything involved if he would stop doing that. I do think he was better with the sword throwing, because he's pretty clumsy. He's doing a lot of damage, but he's having trouble hitting things. He's definitely effective, just not very pretty or fun to watch.